Dude left his wife on their honeymoon. Halfway through their honeymoon, he just said, we're getting an annulment or a divorce or whatever it is. And he flew home, leaving her alone down there. And I fully support the dude. But hit me up in the comments after you hear this story and let me know what you think about it. So this is the story. This is coming from her also. It's her version of the story. She said the day of their wedding, hours before she said I do, she texted her ex in pectore. She did it in secret. She did it behind the new guy's back without him knowing. She texted her ex to say, I just want you to know it's finally over, because she needed that closure. Women, come support me. That's what she was asking for. And the dude said, nope, we're done. And I fully agree with that dude. Number one, if it was on the up and up and you just needed closure, why'd you do it in secret? Okay, the dude found it out midway through your honeymoon that you had done that because the ex started texting back and he asked who's on your phone. Okay, there's number one. Number two, you needed closure the day of your wedding. That closure, I'm sorry, women, your closure needs to come before you say yes to me. If I'm in love with you, I will wait for you to go get that closure and figure your life out, okay? But do not lie to me about it and then get closure hours before you say.
That message seemed less like moving forward and more like testing whether she still had an emotional connection with her ex. While her new husband thought they were building a future, unresolved feelings from the past were quietly damaging the relationship. Once those emotions surfaced, the marriage quickly unraveled because the trust was already broken. Sometimes the real issue isn't the past itself, but carrying unfinished feelings into a relationship that deserves a clean beginning.
Dating in Miami is like, hey, you text someone Thursday, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And that was like, they answer you on Saturday. Between the dating apps and the bullshit and, putting yourself out there to like wanting to date, wanting to meet someone, like what is going on? It just seems like no one values time anymore. Everyone's just so about themselves. And, if you don't have $5 million in the bank, it's like, what's the point? So if you feel me and you're like so over it, over the dating, over the being single and alone all the time, I want to hear from you. I want to know what you do to conquer being alone. I'm out all the time, so it's not like I'm sitting in my house hibernating. So if you're in South Florida and you want to connect, let's do it.
She says modern dating is broken, but some might argue the bigger problem is depending on tactics instead of building genuine connections. Her latest strategy is surrounding herself with attractive friends, hoping it improves her chances of meeting someone. That might create more attention, but it doesn't guarantee a meaningful relationship. People are ultimately drawn to confidence, character, and authenticity. In the end, lasting connections come from being genuine, not relying on appearances or calculated social strategies.
I normally don't do these kind of videos, dating videos, because, let's face it, I'm 51 years old and single. So probably the best dating advice is not going to come from me. Or perhaps it could be kind of good advice because I've got a lot of experience. So I know the things that I definitely want and the things that I definitely don't want. Now, I watch this creator on here who talks about crazy dating stories, and I love her content. I mean, she has some crazy stories, and so do I. But one of the things that she was talking about today on one of her videos was big turnoffs, like big red flags are a no-go for you. And since I'm back out into the dating world now, I was thinking about that and like what really is a big turnoff for me or what is absolutely a no-go. Now, although there's a lot of turnoffs for me, probably the biggest one for me is the kiss. I mean, you could be like super hot and attractive and things are going well. But if you come in with some sloppy ass kiss, nope, that's a no-go for me. I mean, I'm at the age now to where we've all should have had plenty of practice in kissing. So you should have it perfected by now. So don't come at me with some lame ass kiss, because that right there, if you can't kiss, no way. Kissing to me is very intimate and it says a lot about a person. And if you can't kiss, that's a no for me. So where's all my single friends at? Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest turnoff whenever?
At this point in life, having standards is completely normal. But lasting relationships are built on character, trust, and emotional maturity, not flawless first impressions. Getting too focused on minor details can make someone overlook a person who's genuinely caring, reliable, and serious about commitment. Strong relationships grow from shared values, mutual respect, and consistency. Because perfection doesn't last, but strong character does.
man that you really like. And I hear this from a lot of women too. Versus, for example, my brother. I feel like it's very easy for my brother to meet women that he likes, whether it's on the apps or just out at bars. My brother is in the top 5% of men. He's tall, he's attractive, he's athletic, he works in finance, he's funny, he's sweet, good family. Whereas for like a beautiful, well-rounded woman, it's just not that easy. Like there's not many great options of men. Just really seems like there's some disparity of like there being a lot of really great available women and there's just really not many great available men. I don't know particularly why, but I'm not interested in hearing men in the comments. I will say that right now because men love to like comment some weird shit.
Instead of questioning whether their expectations are too high, some people instantly blame the dating scene. But often, many are competing for the same small group of highly desired partners, which naturally makes dating more difficult. When someone expects their ideal partner to have every possible quality, disappointment becomes almost unavoidable. Healthy relationships are built on realistic expectations, mutual respect, and genuine compatibility, not chasing an impossible standard. And now she's saying this is the year she's finally going to start dating intentionally.
This is the year I told myself I'm going to intentionally date, really put myself out there. And as I'm starting to do that, I'm going to share a piece of advice. This advice has helped me so much. It is something that I wish I would have learned in my early 20s. Before you even attempt to start dating, you need to like your life. You need to enjoy your life. You need to like who you are as a person. You need to have friends and hobbies and things going on. That way, when someone else comes into your life, they're an addition, right? I think for the people who maybe don't like their life or they don't like where they are, or they think finding a partner is all of a sudden going to be the answer to all of their problems, I think that is the issue. If you find someone through dating that you really like, you see them as a fit, you're like, oh my God, this is endgame. They are it. Again, if you don't like your life, you don't have your own things, friends, family, hobby, whatever going on, like genuinely like who you are outside of dating, you are going to get so attached to that person. You are going to see them as like this golden knight in shining armor, the end all be all. They aren't. That's my advice. No matter what age you are, before you ever jump into dating, make sure you like yourself and make sure you like the life that you've built on your own. That way, anyone who enters it is simply going to be an addition. They're not going to be your everything.
After a painful breakup, she starts sharing the lessons she says life taught her. She encourages people to create their own happiness, pursue personal interests, and avoid making a relationship their entire source of fulfillment. Many people discover this mindset only after facing disappointment and repeated setbacks. Sometimes the biggest growth comes from painful experiences that force us to question old habits, gain self-awareness, and approach future relationships with a clearer perspective.